Hey everyone, welcome back. So I hope you guys are having a great, today's what? Today's Wednesday. So obviously the mining stocks are down. We'll take a look at that in another video, but today I wanted to cover Mawson. So Mawson provided a somewhat December update. They provided what they're actually mining right now. So we kind of did some figures on as far as what they could have been mining at the end of December. We'll look at the numbers there, and we'll also look at the numbers for the Q1 possibility of what they're going to be mining going forward based on what they were provided. So let's take a look at that. But first, as always, not financial advice, for entertainment only. Do your own research. Don't fall for scams, and spam posts get reported and deleted. All right, so here's Mawson today. Obviously, it was up a little bit. It was up 0.6% to 4.99. We obviously see that it's been trading kind of sideways for the last couple of, I would say, what is that, 5-6 trading days or so. It came back down from its peak here a little bit a couple of weeks ago. It has been trading down, and it's been kind of flat here the last couple of days. Nothing has changed as far as analyst price targets or institutions-wise. Everything still is the same here on them. So let's take a look at the numbers, or let's take a look at what they provided us. So here's Mawson Infrastructure Group Inc. announces Bitcoin self-mining operation above 1 exahash per second. So let's take a look at the details here. So Bitcoin self-mining expansion on track for 3.35 exahash by Q2 of 2022, so within the next 6 months. 5 exahash target early Q1 of 2023, so within the next 12 to 15 months. Georgia and Pennsylvania facility expansion is on track. Monthly unaudited Bitcoin production and operational updates to begin in February of 2022. So this is actually kind of good. They're going to actually provide updates on a regular basis, I guess, every month now. I wish they would have continued doing it. I think they did it for November. So it would have been nice if they did it also for December, but we'll take what we can get. So let's take a look at what they have here. So they're pleased, obviously, to announce it is currently operating at 1 exahash and expects to be operating at approximately 1.1 exahash by the end of January, which is a 30% increase higher than the company's November update, and producing approximately 5.8 Bitcoins per day. So a nice increase there, obviously, from November. We don't have the numbers for December, so we're going to kind of guess as far as where they could have been on December. This is their hash rate growth here for November, December, and January. We can see that they're just slightly above 1 exahash on it. The company's expansion in Sandersville, Georgia is progressing rapidly with an additional 60 megawatts of energy now available, taking the facility to 100 megawatts of capacity, which is great. The company's Midland, Pennsylvania facility, phase 1 of 50 megawatts is on track to be energized in Q1 2022, with phase 2 on track to be energized in Q2 of 2022 for a total of 100 megawatts, which is great. Mawson's facilities and contracted power supply sit at 220 megawatts plus a pipeline of over 1 gigawatt of energy, so that's obviously also great to see. And then you get some information here from the CEO, James Manning, as far as how they're doing. Something to take a look at here. Our first approach means we are able to continue to scale operations and strategically add Bitcoin miners ASICs when it makes sense to do so. Our energy pipeline continues to grow, and we look forward to updating stockholders on this front in due course. So we'll see where that ends up at. Okay, so here's what we got right now. They're saying that they're approximately 1 exahash right now, a little bit over that, and we are in, the 19th of January already, so we're obviously almost 3/4 of the way in on the month. So I got them at basically at the end of December here, mining at approximately 900 petahash, 901. I'm guessing that these miners over here that were scheduled for Q4 of last year did not get installed yet, based on the information they provided, obviously. So we have them at 901 petahash for the end of Q4. And the rest of the miners here are set as they are. They did provide some numbers here from November to December. So we're guessing that these here were mining in December. These were all of these miners here. And that obviously gets us to 900 petahash. And based on that information, we can see that they didn't provide any BTC HODL information, so we don't know that. So they are right now at about 28.29% operational capacity based on what their future hash rate is for this year. They're going to be at 3 point something, and then they obviously want to get up to 5 something by the end of, by Q1 of 2023. So based on that information, I have them making basically this quarter which is Q4, about 15 million in revenue on Bitcoin, with the Bitcoin closing price of 46,211 on December 31st. Last 3 quarters, they made about 20.3 million, so a combined of 35 million.3 million. Using the 50% discount from gross revenue to get the net income, we're looking at 17.6 million. And then using the price earnings multiple of 20, they would be at 515. They are obviously at 449 right now, which is pretty close to that. And then if we use the 75% net income from gross revenue and price earnings multiple of 20, we're looking at 773. So right now, this looks like they are undervalued to me based on that. And I think they're more in line at maybe 15 price earnings multiple right now, and then the 20, just based on the numbers that we're seeing here. So that's kind of where we have them at right now for Q4. So if we look at Q1, which we're in right now, we'll take a look at those numbers. And then here's what I got for the latest 2022 numbers for them. This is obviously the updated spreadsheet that I use here, which goes month by month, tracking it. Bitcoin price right now is at, I have it at 41,000. What did I have it? 41,975. Average hash rate will be updated before the end of the month here. So right now, if we're looking at Mawson, I have them basically what they reported at being just over 1 exahash on mining. We have them at 1.98 roughly by the end of the month here, which is what they're reporting that they're going to be at roughly 1.1 exahash. So we got these miners here split up into a couple groups here. These were originally 2,000 and 2,000. So we had 1,200 delivered basically at the beginning of the month and operational for 1 full month, and then 800 here for half a month, and then the 200 of these only for a quarter of the month for the rest of the month possibly, to get them up to that 1.1 exahash target that they're saying that they're going to reach by the end of the month. So based on all of this information, we still have obviously these miners here that I just don't know if those are getting installed or will be getting installed. The ones in January, February, obviously those are coming up here. And then we got some more miners here in January and February as well, which I think they're probably behind on getting those in because of all the shipping delays. But based on that information, we have them at currently making possibly with the Bitcoin price where it's at right now, if it stays the same, we're looking at possibly 21.3 million for the quarter. Obviously, we'll have to see where the Bitcoin price goes, whether it goes up or down. This is obviously going to change on that, but we have them at 1.1 exahash at the end of January, and then we'll see what they provide as far as February updates and then March updates. And we'll update the numbers here, so that could obviously change as well. We'll also have to see where the Bitcoin network hash rate is at the end of each month to see how much they can actually mine for each month, and that'll get updated as well. And right now we have them at basically 11,590 miners being installed and operational. And if everything just stayed the same for the rest of the year, we're looking at possibly making 86.5 million and price earnings multiple 20, 75% discount from gross, or 75% net revenue from gross would be 1891 on the stock price. So obviously it has a ways to go. Based on this information here, if we look at it here using this quarter, which would be 21.37 million, and the prior 3 quarters would be around 33.7 million, we have a combined total of 55 million. So that would give us, basically, if we use the 75% net income from gross revenue, we'd be at 41 million net income, and the price earnings multiple would be around 20. So we're looking at possibly $12.04 as the fair value of the stock, I would think, based on the information that we have here. Obviously, the Bitcoin network hash rate, if we look at it here really quick, get this updated here, we can see that it's been going up here, and it actually came down a little bit in the last couple of days here. This is 7-day average is 182 million, but we're seeing this constant increase in it. And obviously, as more miners get installed from all the other mining companies that we cover, we know it's going to increase quite a bit. So right now, I see as Mawson being undervalued, and so are the other mining stocks as well. It's nothing new here. Obviously, the mining stocks have been beaten up as Bitcoin's come down in price, obviously. So we'll see how this all plays out. We'll see where Bitcoin goes. There's some stories where Bitcoin could possibly go to 100,000, where some analysts are saying that Bitcoin still has a very good chance of getting to 100,000 this year. So we'll see how that all plays out. Obviously, we're still early on in January. January has been usually a bad month. Typically, out of the 11 years or 9 years, 5 years out of that has been bad for January. So we'll see how this plays out. Another video coming out here shortly That will be on some of the news that's going on in Bitcoin, Intel ASIC mining as well. So that's coming up as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, this is good news from Mawson. I've been waiting on the information here, so we'll do a miner versus miner video coming up this week. Well, we'll see how each one is progressing and where they're sitting as between their peers. So that'll be interesting. And then we'll do the end of the week miner versus Bitcoin as well, video on that, and we'll see if there's any other news that's coming up as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. A lot of information. Obviously, all of these spreadsheets are available to my Patreons. I appreciate your guys' support there. So if you want to get access to these sheets, it's available there. Also, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. It helps me out tremendously. That's all I ask from you guys. I hope you guys have a great night. Sorry for the late post. I was busy today and couldn't get to it till very late in the evening, I guess. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then,